Hey, welcome to your Aries horoscopes for the week of the 22nd to the 28th of October. It's pretty much our last week of October here. It is also the beginning of Scorpio season, officially in Scorpio season. It's 29 degrees on Sunday, so Monday is the official kickoff of Scorpio season. It's also the official kickoff of a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but we're talking about Aries here, so it really doesn't affect you guys, and that's really the good thing. With no planets in Aries currently, the chaos can happen around you and you can just kind of sort of bebop along your way, fairly unscathed. Honestly, planets not being in your sign pretty much just means that the lesson isn't yours. But don't be surprised if you are the victim of somebody else's lesson. We all play our part in some way, shape, or form. Our focus is on the home this week. We do continue to have Chiron influencing that. Chiron is still retrograde all week this week. Again, so with Chiron is all about change and transformation, evolutionary change, I would say. And with this energy focused on the home, actually, what's interesting about this is that his energy is really focused on the cusp of the home and the mind and how the mind works. And what's interesting about this is a lot of us really do feel that the way that our brains work in terms of where our automatic reaction is when we're thinking about things. Are we thinking positively? Are we thinking negatively? First of all, we are none of us wired to think positively. I mean, there's very few people out there like Pollyanna. If you know who Pollyanna is, who always can see things on a positive note. We're not wired that way. It's not our trauma. It's not our experiences and what we grew up with necessarily. I think that amplifies the problem, but we're humans. We're just not wired to think positively. So if you're having issues changing a space, either money is a problem and that's getting in the way, you're relying on somebody else and that's just not working, the more negatively you're thinking about these situations, the more you're actually putting that energy into what's going on in the situation specifically. So bottom line here, I feel really is that when you are trying to make these plans, first of all, when you set a goal, if your mindset is, I shouldn't set it too high because there's no way that I can get that, well, then you're automatically shooting yourself in the foot right away. You're making it impossible to make these changes. You're making it impossible to evolve. And Aries brains in particular tend to switch gears very, very quickly. So basically, you'll be very positive about it for a minute, and then a little circumstance happens, and then it's whoosh right into the negative. And it's really hard to fight your way back and forth. And that really is the word for you guys this week. It's fight. It's what you guys are all about, is fighting, because that's what your energy is like. It's the Mars energy, right? Well, you don't have to fight. That's the bottom line here. That's the lesson. When you find yourself trying to fight your way through something, that is your clue that you need to take a step back, reevaluate what it is that you want, and maybe possibly see another direction that could be open to you to get you what you want. So, for example, you don't have the money to make the changes that you would like to make in your environment, and that's a problem, right? Well, why not manifest that change coming to you without necessarily having to have the money? I've done this multiple times without even realizing that I was doing it. And one example many, many years ago was I really wanted leggings. Okay, it's kind of a stupid example, but it is an example nonetheless. I really wanted leggings and I didn't have the money. And of course, I was obsessing over the fact that I didn't have the money, and that just made me angry. And then the anger just sort of clouded my ability to manifest anything. But I was so focused on I want these leggings. And then somebody came by and they're like, hey, I bought these leggings and they don't fit. Maybe they'll fit you. Right. And then boom, the leggings just showed up at my house. I didn't have to go out and buy them. I didn't have to make extra money for them. I didn't have to do anything. I just said, I really want leggings. And somebody brought them to me. Now, I don't expect that to happen every time, but I have manifested a lot of things in my life that have just sort of popped up out of nowhere, that have just sort of come to me. And I have realized that the more I obsess about how, the less I'm actually getting what I want. And this really is what Chiron's lesson is. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do send me a tip or donation through my coffee link, ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. You can also click the link in the description of this video. I would really appreciate that. And that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope you have a great week. I know you're gonna have a great week. I know you guys tend to make it a great week, even when it's not a great week. So this manifestation is all about power. Harness your power. It's all up to you guys. I can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourselves. And trust me, it's so much more fun when you do. So you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next week.